Welcome to the live stream class. I have already put some of the answers on the board just to make it a little bit shorter video. It's going to be based on the questions that are asked here. I'll post this later to the website. So you're asked to convert various measurements into kilometers. And of course, you need to know the conversion factors that are involved. In the first case, you're asked to convert 23.896 centimeters into kilometers. So the first jump we're going to make is from centimeters to meters. There's 100 centimeters per 1 meter. We put centimeters in the denominator, so that allows us to cross off centimeters. And then the next conversion factor to jump to kilometers is 1 kilometer per 1,000 meters, and we put meters in the denominator because it allows us to cross off meters with meters. And then the answer will be in kilometers. When you enter it in your calculator, it'll be 23.896 divided 100 divided 1,000. That's what you're going to get. Another way of looking at this, by the way, is to say 10 to the minus, 10 to the 2 and 10 to the 3. Put that upstairs, it becomes 10 to the negative 5. It'll be 23 times 10 to the negative 5, but then you move the decimal over by 1, and you get 2.3 times 10 to the negative 4. So you don't even really need to use the calculator to solve this. In part 2, we have 562 inches being converted into kilometers. The first jump we take is from inches to centimeters, so there's 2.54 inches per centimeters per inch. That allows us to cancel inches. And then we go from centimeters to meters. There's 100 centimeters per meter. We put centimeters in the denominator because that allows us to cancel centimeters. And the next thing we want to cancel is meters. So we say there's 1 kilometer per 1,000 meters. The meters will cancel. And then we're going to say 562 times 2.54 divided 100 divided 1,000. And we'll get that answer of 1.43 times 10 to the minus 3 kilometers. In the next one, we have 4.12 million millimeters divided by 1,000 millimeters per meter allows us to cancel millimeters, and divided by 100 centimeters per kilometer allows us to, whoops-a-daisy, that's wrong. It's got to be 1,000 meters per kilometer, and that allows us to cancel meters. And what you will get is 10 to the 3, and 10 to the 3 gives you 10 to the 6. If you bring it up into the numerator, it becomes 10 to the minus 6. 10 to the minus 6 with 10 to the positive 6 gives you 10 to the 0. So your answer will be 4.12 kilometers. Again, no calculator necessary. 181 yards. There's 36 inches per yard. That allows you to cancel yards. 2.54 centimeters in an inch allows you to cancel inches. 1 meter per 100 centimeters allows you to cancel centimeters. And 1 kilometer per 1,000 meters allows you to cancel meters. 181 times 36 times 2.54 divided 100 divided 1,000 gives you that number. And then because we only had 3 significant figures in the initial number, we're only going to use 3 significant figures in the final answer. So it's 0.166. That 5 rounds up to a 6. Okay, number 5, 6.7 miles. To convert it to kilometers, you go first to feet, then to inches, then to centimeters, then to meters, and then to kilometers. And you'll notice that if you follow the right, actually you don't even have to follow them in the right order. You can still cancel them even though you put them in different places. It still works out to the same thing. I just did it in a very orderly manner. And the answer you get is 10.7826. You're only allowed 2 significant figures, so really the answer should be reported as 11 kilometers because the 10.78, that 7 rounds up to the 1, so it becomes 11. Number 6, 37.1 times 10 to the 8 decimeters. There's 10 decimeters for every meter. There's 1,000 meters per kilometer. So your answer is going to be in kilometers, and 37.1 times 10 to the power 8 divided by 10 divided by 1,000 gives you 37.1 times 10 to the power 4. I move over the decimal by 1, so I'm going to raise the power by 1 to compensate, and there's my final answer in proper scientific notation. 3.71 times 10 to the power 5. 7.4 feet, and I want to go to kilometers. First we'll go to inches, so that feet cancel, then we'll go from inches to centimeters, so inches cancel. centimeters to meters, so that centimeters cancel, and finally from meters to kilometers, so that meters cancel. Multiply all these numbers across the top and divide by the 2 on the bottom. Obviously, the ones you don't bother with because they don't change the value. You get 2.255. You're only allowed 2 sig figs because you only had 2 sig figs in the 7.4, so the final answer is we report it to 2 significant figures as well. 2.3 times 10 to the power of -3 kilometers. We got 3 more to go. Number 8. 7.63 meters. There are, well, it's only one conversion. It's only one factor. 1 kilometer per 1,000 meters. Meters cancel. Your number is going to be 7.63 times 10 to the -3 kilometers as your final answer. Number 9. You're starting off with 0.023 centimeters. There's 1 meter for every 100 centimeters, so that allows you to cancel centimeters. There's 1 kilometer for every 1,000 meters. That allows you to cancel meters. So your final answer is 2.3 times 10 to the -7 kilometers. And the last one is 43.5 meters times 1 kilometer for every 1,000 meters. Again, a very simple one, trivial really. It gives you an answer of 0.0435, or you could rewrite it as 4.35 times 10 to the -2 kilometers. That concludes our practice sheet. Now try to do it by yourselves. Don't just copy my answers. That's not going to teach you much. Or maybe if you have to, copy my answers and then try to do it without looking. Okay? If you can do that, then you've done a good job. And I will see you Monday.